Hey everybody, it's Collect Dude. I'm back. I'm going to do a haul video. I picked up a lot of comics in the past month. And if you collect, you know what I'm talking about. And if you like to collect a lot, or if you go to Half Price Books and you see what you can get for half off, and then they let you look through the back stock and the other boxes, and I'm like, and they know you collect. So they say, hey, you like comic books, and you're a regular. Like when I go in there, they call me, hey Gary, how you doing? But they find stuff and they bring it out to you. You're like, I can't leave it behind. I got to get them all. And some stuff, I look through, I probably look through just the past, every time I go in there, 500 to 600 books. And I'm like, and I'm there an hour just looking through them all, and you find some really nice stuff and they give it to you. They'll look at them, go, let's look at these. And I go, okay, about $3 for that. And I'm like, really? Yeah. I mean, I don't do that and everything like that. They know some of the books are worth a lot of money, but they want to move them out and stuff. And I'm like, wow. So, but I got a few books, and I got some new books. I went to Laughing Ogre a few times. I went to Pack Rat Comics. I haven't been to some of the other ones in my area, but in a while. So I need to go out there. But with my schedule, the way I work, I get back a little later, and I have to go to the closer ones. So, but I went to the Goodwill, and I hadn't been to this one in a while or ever. And I ride by it and I go, I ought to go in there one day and just ask if they had comics. I went in there, I saw a comic book when I bought a few other things, and they had one comic book. It was seemingly like one in a bag at the register. And when I opened it up today, when I got home, it was two. So they were like, it was like $2.99, and I bought them. This one was behind it. It was in one bag, and then when I took them out, I'm like, hey, there's two of them. So Titans 5 and 6. I think this is a short story or something like that, or just a part of a series. But I thought it was really cool, so I like the artwork. So I bought it for this one, and this one was behind it. So, and like I said, they brought out some other books, and they said, okay, all these are $3.99 each, and for the whole stack, $100. And I'm thinking they weren't worth that. And I was like, I looked through them, and I'm thinking possibly maybe 25 for all of them. And I was like, I just looked through them all, and I saw some Jack Kirby New Gods, so I grabbed those. They were like 1 through 6. I said, I'll just take these, and then I let them have the other ones. And they said, okay, since he took 6 books, let's make them $49.99. I'm thinking they're not worth that, but I said, okay, just let them do it. It was Goodwill. I bought them, and they were awesome artwork. I flipped through them and everything. I want to read that story and then see maybe I can use it as a prize or something. But then now I found these. And these were at Half Price Books, 3 and 5. I keep buying these when they're out there. Wolverine, Ultimate Wolverine versus Hulk. Here's 3 and 5. So, and I picked some up because they break them. They set them out sometimes, and you get a whole run of them, or you'll get 2 or 3 of them, or you'll get one of them. And I said, just buy the ones that I see, and then when I come back next week or a couple of days, whatever, they'll have the rest of them out. And sometimes I want to go over and ask them, and I'm thinking, I don't want to do that, especially if they're busy. But if they're not busy, they say, hey, if you want to look at this whole big stack of books over here, we'll bring them out to you. And he brought say a whole stack to me. He'll bring them out just like this, bring them out to me, and 3 or 4 stacks like that. And then I'll look at them, then I'll find what I want, and I'll put them back, put them over to the side, and they'll bring me out 3 or 4 more. And I'll do that maybe for an hour or something like that. And last time I went, it was about an hour, and find a bunch of stuff, and I leave, and I'm saying, and they don't mind, because I'm thinking, man, I wish I could get them all and look at all of them while you're over there working. Just let me go back there, I'll look at them all, and I'll put them back. But they can't do that. So, and they don't put them out in boxes out on the sidewalk. They used to do that too during the summertime. Now it's starting to get a little bit colder and the rain and everything, so they're not going to do it. So I'm like, okay, whenever I can get in there, I'm going to try to get in there and look at as many as I can till I get through all of them. But if they don't move them around or rotate them, then I'll be ended up looking at the same one. So I have to ask them, hey, I remember looking at these. Can I look at these over this side? So it's pretty cool. It's fun going to these stores. Okay, now I got Gen 13 versus, or Gen 13 Generation X. I got that one, and that's Arthur Adams artwork, yeah. So, and then I got Deus Ex number 1 through 6, And I said, okay, let me grab these. I like the artwork. That's 1. There's 2. And 3. I've seen the video game play, but I never played it before. There's 4. There's 5. And there's 6. So I like to get runs on them because Human Evolution, Deus Ex, Human Evolution. I like to read all of them. And Trevor Hairsine did the artwork on them. Very cool. So I like his artwork. He did some other like Class War, and he did Deceased. And I really like Deceased. I've been going back to the store. They're going to milk it for as much as they can. Looks like Deceased, War of the Gods. I got a few of those, and I got Deceased. What's the other one? I don't know if it's War on Planet, whatever the other one series before that. I got to try to get them all. And I got the trade paperback offline, and I want to try to get all of them because I love this. I read the first parts of the stories of the first series and everything, and watching what's going on with those characters. Oh man. So and then, okay, here we go. I got Marvel Knights 1 through 6, and I love the artwork on the covers. Casada artwork. That's 1. There's 2, 3, 4. That's wild. 5. Moon Knight. And there's 6. So that was cool. I gotta make sure I put these somewhere where they won't fall over. Then I found this one. This was at Half Price Books too. Marvel Team Up number 41, featuring Spider-Man and the Scarlet Witch. Very nice. I think it's Gil Kane artwork, I think. Yeah. Yep. Nice. So, and then I've been wondering about old Image books and everything. I said, you know what? They're kind of, what's the word? Like a fad or something like that, or you're kind of like, they're kind of like Vogue now or whatever. I'm not sure exactly what the word is, but it's kind of cool to go back, and it's nostalgic to go back and see the books that you're kind of like, well, that's way over the top. I really don't want to buy that. But some of the other stuff, when they first came out, everybody was going to the stores. It was like a phenomenon. There's a video on Netflix talking about it, but you had to have everything that they put out. And some of the stuff I'm looking at, like, that's not that good. But I mean, you still bought it. But here's Maxi Mage number 1. And look at that. So I was like, it's a number 1, I'll grab it. And then I like these two because I like the death metal stories and everything. This one's The Multiverse Who Laughs. And that's a wild cover on there. Right there, number 1. Wildcat. Then we got Nova, The Man Called Nova. Number 15, 16, 20, and 22. I was like, I gotta get these. Very nice. That's, what's that? 16. That was, the other one was 15. Here's 20. And 22. Nice covers. And I went to one Half Price Books. Walked in there, they had a long box full of NAM. The NAM. And I'm thinking, do I really? They were all $1 each. And I'm thinking, do I want to buy all of these? After I left and I got home, I said, you should have bought them. But I don't know if it was the full run, but it was cool. I went back 2 days later, gone. I was like, where are those the long box of books that you had over? They rearranged the whole store or something. And they had a big display of records and stuff like that. And the comic books were gone. I'm like, I missed out. I should have got them. But then I went over to the comic book section and I found like 4 of them. Let me see how many of these are. I got 48, 49, 52, 59, 60, and 61. So I said, you know what? I wonder if the story's any good. I mean, they put out a lot of books, so I'm thinking it's got to be something special or cool about it. But I mean, nobody likes war and everything, but just for the drama and for the storyline and see what's going on and everything, it might have been good just to get them all. But I got these. So. And that one. And that's the last one. 61? Yeah. That's pretty wild. But I'm not sure what they were about. If you know about them, leave it in the comments below and everything. Because, I mean, like I said, I hate war. You hate war and everything like that. And you're wondering why it even has to happen. I mean, the political stuff and all the other crap that goes on. And you're like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Just like what's going on right now. And you don't want to see it. You don't want to hear it. You're like, but it's reality of life. And so, but when you're reading it in comic books, you're like, okay, let's keep, I'd rather keep it like this, but it's based on fact or real things, real war. So you wonder like some of the stuff that goes on in these. I didn't read these yet, but I'm going to flip through them and see what the story's about and see what's going on in it. So this was cool. It's a variant edition, and when I see different stuff like this, I'm like, you know what, grab it. It was, it's New Avengers, Uncanny Avengers, that's it. Uncanny Avengers #1 is a variant with Daredevil, or Deadpool on the front. I thought that was cool. And these were cool because they're like connecting covers. I love this stuff. And the artwork, this guy, man, wow. Let's see, let me grab these. I keep forgetting, it's not, is it Simone Bianchi? I think so. But that's #1. And then I thought I had it. I didn't remember I had it. So I bought another #1, another #1. Here's #2. And I got another #2. And here's 3. It's Iron Man, oh yeah, Iron Man 2020. Here's 4. And right, they're falling. Here's 5. And 6. It's all like a connecting cover. You see all the explosion and everything. It's pretty cool. And let's see. If I get, yeah. See like the arm. Then the explosion. It's really cool. I like when I saw that it was a connecting cover, I said, you know what, get that. There it is. But then I'm wondering what's going on over this way and what's going on that side. So that's like this #6. It's like it's going further that way. So I'm like, I like to see more of that. But just like that Ultimate Avengers book with Frank Cho, he did all that artwork in there. It's like the real long spread thing. He does that all the time, and that a few times in those 6 books, and it's amazing. Somebody told me always get Simpsons Comics, and I remember my friend Chris used to write these. So here's Simpsons Comics number 21, and I try to find the other books and everything that Matt Groening puts out. And I found these. I went and got these off of offline because I didn't see them out in the open or in the wild, and I wanted to have them. So I got another version, another copy of Incredible Hulk 447. I got 2 of these. That's one of that, and there's another one. And I've been buying more because I'm going to see if I can use them for prizes and stuff. That's number Thor, and this is Thor number. They put the numbers on here weird. Number 49 or 491. Yeah, it's 491, and I love Deodato artwork. 492. She looks bad, and he looks like, wow, she must beat him up. It's 493. 494. I think that's 494. Want to make sure I say the right number so you don't sit there and looking at them. Yeah, 494. And here's 498. His is Deodato's older artwork. Here's 502. Very cool. And I went through them and I found some of the books that I already had. I got a long box of Deodato artwork. The covers and some of the interior artwork. I wanted to do a video because I did it with Alex Ross before, where I just showed all of his artwork on the page, on the comic book covers, and just my Alex Ross collection. So I'm not sure how well that did. It maybe got a few hits on it and everything like that. People seem to like it. I mean, because you want to see just what covers you don't have, and if I can show all of those books, then I can put them away, and then I can hopefully watch the video and see which ones I have, and then go out and get the rest of them, because I love to have a whole collection of all of his art. And I know there's a lot of covers I didn't get. And then I found these because I went online and bought these. Some of them I found at Half Price Books, but these are Electra by Mike Deodato. Here's number -1. I think it was -1. It was weird. It was -1. They titled it -1 up there in the corner, right there. And then we have, here's number 1. It's a different cover. It's like a variant cover. And then we got number 3. I tried to find all the ones I didn't have because I want to go through the story. Here's number 6. Number 7. Number 8. Stuff like this is cool too to give away as prizes. Like if I would give away a whole set of books, here's number 11 of Deodato, a whole set. Here's number 16 of Alex Ross, or a whole set of any story that's really cool. Here's number 18 right there. That's the end of that. Then I found this one. Darth Vader. I always try to get these when I see them. Darth Vader number 1. His stories are very interesting and tragic, because you know what he did. You know he's a murderer, everything like that. But then you see how what brought him to that point, the way they wrote the story, what brought him to that point, and then see him like struggling, and then you see what at the end of The Empire Strikes Back, or The Return of the Jedi, when he talks about, help me get this mask off, and it's like, but you'll die. It's too late for that now. And then he's like, he wants to look at him with his own eyes. And you're like, tell your sister you were right, Luke. Tell her you were right about me. It's like, wow. So it was good in him. He could feel it. He could sense it. But he said, I have to obey my master. And but he turned in the end and everything like that. And it's like he's got saved or something. So he saved him from hell, I guess, if you want to say that, whatever that this story is based on, or something like heaven and hell or something like that. But he saved him, so he's a good guy now, and he ended up with the good side with Obi-Wan and all of them. It was a really a cool story and everything. So, but any stories that they do, I always put them out, all the different series that they put out and everything. I got the latest one where he was going out taking people out because they hid Luke and Leia from him, and I wanted to read that story, and I found some online because I couldn't find them in the wild anywhere. So I went and bought those, and I started reading it. It's a really good story. And I always try to get these two. Scooby-Doo, Where Are You, number 21. Funny. And then I like Roy Fogle. And I'm thinking, I'm not sure if he passed away or not. I can't remember. If you know if he passed away or not, let me know. Because I'm trying to think. I met him, and he signed some artwork. And I told him, I love your artwork. He goes, thank you very much. And he signed some Batman stuff that I had. And I have no idea where that stuff is. It was years ago. And I'm thinking, I love his artwork. I'm going to have to go online and see if I can find some Roy Fogle signed artwork and stuff like that. But it'd be cool. And I'd love to have some original stuff. Here's Anarchy number 2. And I made a character named Anarchy. It spelled it differently. But it's like nothing's new. You come up with something and you better print it really quick or it's going to get stolen. Like I had made a character named Impulse back in the early 90s. And he was a real fast character, but he flew. And he got a spacesuit. It was real influenced by Greatest American Hero and everything. If you ever remember that 80s character where he got the suit from the aliens and he lost the instructions and he had to run and try to learn how to fly and everything. He was always and smashing into stuff. But it was a cool, believe it or not, I'm Walking on Air, you know that song. But it was kind of like that, where he got a suit from the aliens and he could time jump and he could go real fast to do that, and different things I was going to have him do and be like a superhero too. It was going to try to be a little different, but and you always try to come up with something different with your character, but still ultimately was going to be a hero, because I wanted him to be a hero. I don't want him to be a villain. But and then me and my friend Chris, we worked on other comic books called Substance Comics. If you ever go look online anywhere, Substance Comics, and it's got a picture of Laser Toad, my main character, on the front cover, and we made it magazine size, the first book, and then the second book we made it regular sizes. I think we put out 3 books. Yeah, we made them regular sizes. But and when I saw that, I'm thinking I was coming up with a bunch of different characters. Like, I guess like Marvel, if you work for them, or DC, I'm not sure if they do that too, but if you work for them, like Rob Liefeld and all those guys, they come up with all these different characters, Cable, Deadpool, and if I guess you've worked for them, you can come up with your own characters, or I don't know if it's requirement, but I made up all these different characters, and just, you just make up a name, look through the dictionary or something like that, or thesaurus, and I made up Impulse. And when it came out with Impulse for DC Comics, I'm like, the character name is gone. And I come up with my character Dark Blaze. And I had another character called Hotspot, And then DC Comics came up with that for the Teen Titans video, and I think it was on TV too, like a comedy or the cartoon. And I'm thinking, man, so I forget what I called him, but I had to change the name for that. So, but it was fun. It's still a fun character. I'll have to show you one day. I think I talked about it on some of the videos I have when I show you my artwork, but I'll have to show you what it is and everything. But here's number 3 of that. And since I saw it, like all of them were there, I said, let me grab these. Here's number 4. When all of them are there, I try to grab them all. When it's just one, I'm like, oh, I'm not sure, because I'm not sure if I'll see them all. That was number 5. I'm not sure if I'll find them all. So when I saw them there like that, it makes me want to pick them up. Stuff like annuals are different. This is annual number 23 of Batman, 1999, and he's fighting a bunch of gorillas. So I like that. And I think they did that with the other comic books too, like Flash. He's fighting gorillas as well, but I didn't get those. Or I didn't see them. Here's Batman 66, number 3. Love that. Adam West, Adam West, Adam West. Batman and the Outsiders. This is number 22. Then I got Batman and Drowned Earth. I think this might have been with another book, because I didn't see this, but when I pulled the other book out, this was behind it. Drowned Earth number 1 with Aquaman. This was cool. Extreme Carnage, Omega, part 8 of 8. Then this was different. Oh, the box fell over. I was having a box to hold them all up and everything, it fell over. But I'll have to get it. Spider-Man's Fearsome Foes. I never saw this before, and this is really cool. So, just a second, let me grab this. Okay, I'm back. I had to pick them up and just set them over on the sides. I don't want to leave them like that in case they get bent or something. And then I found this. This was cool. I've been finding a lot of the comic books that they just come out with, and I like it. So I get them for half off instead of paying full price. This was Amazing Spider-Man number 79. I love this cover. This is really cool. Look at that. Very cool. Then I got, this is another story with Iron Man, and it was 6 parts. It was called Executive Execute Program. And I couldn't find issue number 1. Invincible Iron Man number 8. And when I saw it was all together like this, I said, let me grab this because it's a storyline. Like I said, Execute Program. It's number 2 of 6. And I found this, like the covers. Here's 3, but I couldn't find number 1. It's 4, but it's number 8, 9, and 10. And here's number 11, which is part 5. Are these Annie Granoff? These are Annie Granoff covers, I think. Then this is number 12, part 6. Very cool. And I found these. This was another run. So I said, you know what? Just grab it because it's another run and see if it's a good story. Because I've been trying to read as more too, instead of just buying them to resell or buying them to give away. Or I want to start reading them as well and everything. And maybe keep them in my collection. But here's Iron Man, The Inevitable. Here's 1 of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Very cool. Like I said, stuff like this is what I like to give away as prizes, because I haven't done it in a while with these. But if I can get like a set, and I've been thinking about getting more trade paperbacks and stuff like that to give away in prizes. Like I said, this next contest I'm going to try to do a video tonight or tomorrow and start it and have it. If I do it tonight, it'll go for a week and give away that this action figure here. This Todd McFarlane action figure. I bought 3 of them, and I got one for myself, and I did a video of it and everything. I want to give away that, and I'm going to get a Speeding Bullets action figure. It's on Amazon. I said, oh, cool. I can give away action figure for that, and maybe it's something else as well. But I've been trying to come up with different ideas for different things for more contests and stuff. But here we go with this. I didn't pick these up before, and when I saw them, I said, you know what, they're kind of cool. I like the covers on them by J. Scott Campbell. So I said, let me grab these. X-Men Black, Mystique, #1. Just a beautiful cover. Then there's Juggernaut, #1. And this is like a Grey Gland cover for Magneto. Very cool. That's nice. Either that's Grey Gland or somebody else. It looks like Grey Gland, but that's not Grey Gland. That's somebody else. Look like the signature down there. Very cool, though. And then I got Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, #1. Found another one of these. And this was cool. Sam Wilson, Captain America, #16. And it's a girl on it. I think it's Misty Knight, saying about time. She says, about time. Now we got Squarrior, or Starriers, The Quest Begins, #1. 1 in a 4-issue limited series. That. Very cool painted cover. Then I got Over the Edge, starring Ghost Rider. I guess issue #4. There we go. And then Rawhide Kid. The Rawhide Kid. 3 in a 4-issue miniseries. I got 3 and 4. I couldn't find 1 and 2. I might even have these before. If you saw one of my videos before, I might even have the other ones. Like I said, that happens sometimes. They'll put them out and you'll get them, and then you'll see the other ones and I'll grab them if I remember. This was cool. I love this cover, and I think this might be going for a little bit of money, but I love the cover. #15 of Captain America. Steve Rogers' Captain America. Very cool. And these were there. I don't know what happened to the... I got the resealable bags, and they got caught on something. So I'll try to flatten it out. I got #2 and #3 of Ben Grimm and Logan before the Fantastic Four. #2, right there. And #3. I never saw these before. When I saw them, I said, wait a minute, I never saw these before. There's so many comic books come out, you know. You got your one, unless I go through the previews, I don't know all of them that are coming out, but they put out so many books. I just go to what I want to get, and if I know what is coming out, and then I leave. I buy it and then I leave. But then there's so many other books that you might miss. So, and this one was in the locked box for half-price books, and I saw it. I said, this is cool. I said, I haven't seen one of these in a while, and I remember my friend, like I said, he worked with them for a while, Simpsons Comics. I got #1. I was like, wow, a #1? So I grabbed it. Very cool. And then these, I like Sandman and I like Lock and Key. And my niece told me that she watched the Sandman series, and I told her I'm still watching other stuff. I haven't even finished watching Mandalorian yet. And I'm watching the other videos and stuff. And so I have to watch this. I finished watching Jack Reacher. I love that show. But this is Lock and Key, #2. And I got 2 different covers for this one. Here's one of them. I like that. Love Lock and Key. And she watched Lock and Key, and I told her I watched part of the first issue, or part of the first show, but I didn't watch it all yet. And I bought a big, off of Amazon, I bought the big trade paperback or hardcover for her with all the stories in it, all the books in it, so she could watch it or read it. And I left it for her she's staying with my sister, and I left it over there for her, and she found it a couple of days later. I'm thinking, they didn't give it to you? She goes, no, they were just sitting there. And she goes, oh, I'd like to read that. And she didn't know it was hers. And she texts me. She goes, oh, thank you, Uncle Gary, for that and everything. I'm like, they just now gave it to you? I'm like, come on. So, but now she's going to read it. And she goes, she didn't know it was based on a comic book. So a lot of that stuff is based on comic books and stuff like that. So hopefully she'll maybe start looking at comic books, or maybe not. I don't know. But at least she'll have that. Okay, here we go. Sonic and Knuckles Mecha Madness #1. I pick up these. I've been picking up a lot of Sonic books and everything. I remember I had a whole bunch of them and everything. This is Sonic versus Knuckles. Super Sonic versus Hyper Knuckles, #1. Then I got Knuckles, the Echidna, #14. These are fun books. Here's #27. Here's number 28. Then I got number 184, brighter colors and slick paper. 186 and 188. All right, that's all I have for now. That's part 1. Let me know what you think and everything, and conversate about different things amongst yourselves, or talk back to me and everything. Let me know what you think about the haul and some of the books I got, and some of the different TV shows, or what's going on all around the whole world and everything. But thank you very much for watching, you guys. I'm glad I'm back. I'm going to get some more done for you, and I will talk to you later. And Collector Dude is out.